Okay, you all, I'm filming this my second craft show, and these are the breads that I made, the gingerbread ones. I put them in the box. I took them out of the package. I put them in a box instead, a clear box. It looks better that way. Then you have the reindeers right down here, and then this one, and then these are the chocolate packs. These are the cookies and the card. We have the fingernail files. We have the little tea towers that I recently made. And then we have these little gift cards that go into presents or with presents. I only had one stocking left, but I didn't make any more. And then these are the Hershey chocolates nuggets with this is the money holder with the, and then these are my, I didn't even turn the lights on this one. Let's see if I can turn the light on when I'm talking to you. Multitasking here. Let's see if I can multitask. Here we go. They do flicker, but I just turned them on. Okay, and then we have the breads. We have some over here, and we have the mini notebooks here. We have the large post-it notes here. These I didn't show you. I might make one of these, a tutorial on those. I don't think I have one. These are just extra cards because they're large ones. And then obviously my cards that are right there. So I'm gonna back up a little bit and see if I can get you all and get my whole table on the camera here. Hold on just a second. Let's see, can I get my whole table? I'm set up right here by the kitchen. Yummy, yummy. All right, y'all. We'll see how this craft sale goes today. Welcome back to Mima's Place, everyone. I just wanted to show you what my second craft show, how it went. This is take 3 on this video because I keep messing up a lot. I'm trying not to and snapping my mouth a lot, and I try not to do that. I just have a habit of doing that, so do forgive me, and I hope that you won't get too upset with me snapping my mouth. Anyway, this is the first one on the list. It is the card with a cookie, and that's these right here. Now I sold out of them the last time. Actually, I held 2 back because there was a defect on it. And now basically it was the ornament that was falling off, and she actually was willing to take them. I didn't want to sell them to her like that. I don't do that. I want it to be exactly as I made it and be right for people, especially if she was giving them away to other people. So anyway, all that being said, I made some more. And so I ended up, had a total of 10. I only sold 3. And so I have 7 left over. The Christmas chocolate boxes, which are these, I think they're beautiful. I really like them. And inside of them are 2 chocolate mixes, 2 packages of marshmallows, and also they have peppermints in them. But I guess people just weren't interested because I didn't sell a single one at this craft sale, which was okay. I'm not discouraged by it by one bit. And then the next one that we have on our list was the Hershey Kisses gift card holder. I didn't actually make any new ones. I sold out of them in the first one, and I didn't have enough time. I replaced them with the candle tea treat towers. Then you remember the cup and saucer treat set with the tea towel inside. I didn't sell any of those, but I think it's the packaging on that. So I'm going to repackage those a different way. And then the dress nails, which are these. I didn't sell any. I started off with 14, came home with 14, but I have another idea with these. So I'm okay with that. So I have 14 left. The greeting cards, only sold 1 out of all that I had. And this is the greeting cards, for me at least, on the West Coast have been difficult as a sale. I lived in the South for 30 years. That's how come some people tell me I still have that Southern accent. I can't tell that I do, but some people tell me I do. Anyway, I didn't sell hardly any, and there were three other vendors there selling greeting cards. One of them, that's all she sold. Another one, it was her second bestseller, but she features them and she hand paints them. They were beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Anyway, and I'm okay with that. It's not a big, I don't feature, that's not my specialty is greeting cards, although I do make them a lot for my family. I don't consider myself like others who just, that's their only thing they do. My mind just goes in all kinds of areas when it comes to crafting. Okay, and then the next thing is the large journals. I didn't have any because I sold out on the first ones. Those are very time consuming, so 1 week is not enough time to make, not even make one for me, because I put a lot of thought into mine. I'm not the fastest crafter. Okay, and the next one we have the large Post-it notes. Now these are, let's see, where are they? They are these. I've not done a tutorial on these yet. These are from past inventory. I actually didn't make any this year at all. But I only started off with 4. Actually, I think I had 5, and I sold one in the last craft show, and then I sold one here. So I have actually 3 left. And they have a refrigerator magnet, and they also come with tags. So I didn't sell. I only sold the 1 and came home with 3, which I'm okay with that. The next one I have is the mini bread and towel set. I sold 1 and I came home with 3. And then the mini composition books, which are these. These seem to sell on both craft shows. And I sell them at 2 different prices. I sell them at $3 each or at 3 for $7. So I sold 1 at 3 for $7, and then I sold 9 individually for $3. And what I noticed is you need to listen to what the people are saying, what they comment on them. And what they liked about them was the magnets that I featured that were inside. Some of them don't have magnets. Like this one doesn't have a magnet. This one does have one. And anyway, they prefer the magnets. So I think that I'm going to start making some little magnets. Even maybe selling magnets too. We'll see. Then mini note cards. I started off with 8 and I sold 5, and there are these. And basically it's a card that you put with the present, and then there are 2 envelopes in between. So 2 cards with 2 envelopes. I started off with 8 and I sold 5. I'm from old school. We always used to do that and not use tags. People use tags nowadays, but some of the old school people like myself still like the little cards to put in the presents or put with them. I started off with 44 Post-it notes, and I sold 27, came home with 17, and that's basically these. The purses people love, the tiny little purses, which I'm out of, and I have to make some more. These are the desktop ones, and I like these. And these come with magnets right here. But I'm going to have to probably make some more, but make purse styles because they really sell. The next one I have is the Nugget Gift money holder. And that's these. And I thought these were really cute. But, it's not bad because I had 5 and I sold 3. So I came home with just this 1. So that's really not bad. But in consideration of the previous one and this one, I would have thought they would have all sold. Maybe I'm being too much in my expectation, but anyway, that's just me. And then the next one were the reindeer packs. Now you all saw these. I haven't done a tutorial on these, but I will be doing one. And people loved them. Now in my first craft show, they didn't do so well. And this one, I had 15, sold 14, and coming home with 1. That's pretty good. And then the shopping notepad, I haven't showed you that, but I'm actually phasing those out, and I only brought them because I put them on the table just as a last minute in case I have space, so that I don't have empty space. And I didn't put them out, and I'm okay with that. The stocking gift holder, the little stocking that we made together in a tutorial, only had 1 left, and I sold that 1. And then the tea candlelight chocolates, These were the Lindor chocolates that I put inside here. I thought they was cute, but I didn't sell a single one. I started with 10, came home with 10. So I'm not sure. It's just this particular craft show, people didn't care for them, I guess. I don't really know, but it doesn't hurt my feelings because I think they're cute. And you know what? Anything I don't sell, I always give away as gifts or give them to my Sunday school kids as gifts. You know, I think it's something. So either way, I stay blessed. Now, let me take this and compare it with right here. This is my first one, first craft show. So I'm going to put that right there so you can see the difference in the two. So the cookie box, I would have sold all out of them, but again, I remember I said I held 2 back because I felt like it wasn't right. I only sold 1 of the chocolate boxes on the first one. And as you can see, I'm not going to go through the whole thing again because I already did a video on this. But you can see the comparison. So there's a big difference in some of these, which I'm okay with. I think my best sellers, in the first craft show, the Reindeers weren't a bestseller. The second craft show, they were. The cookies were a very bestseller in the first craft show. They weren't in the second one. And then I would say, let's see, the Post-it notes, mini Post-it notes, I did pretty well in both of them. That was okay. That's pretty good. 10 in this one, 27 in this one. And that's because I had a lot of purses. And I think people were more interested in the little purses, which I had already sold out of. So I did okay. I did okay in both of them. I'm pretty satisfied with these shows. I'm not sure if I'm going to do another one. I have one I'm looking at right now, but I really don't know. It's in December, and I'm not sure. And I got to make up my mind really close because they're going to close on the on the vendor listing shortly. So I have to make up my mind what I'm going to do. Anyway, thank you all for stopping in. I don't want you to get discouraged with your craft shows if you sell or don't sell something because year to year it varies. And I just want to give you a tip. And here's my tip. I don't have anything in my mouth. My mouth waters a lot when I talk. When you don't sell something and you go to a number of craft shows and they don't sell, the best thing for you to do is hold it back for about 1 or 2 years. And then when you bring it back, people think it's a brand new thing, but it's not. It's just that it hasn't been seen. And sometimes when you lavish the marketplace with a certain product that everybody else is selling at the same time, it kind of gets overwhelmed. And so you don't begin to sell it anymore. Like I used to make these little snowmen, and I still do every once in a while, milk chocolate, but then people were making them all the time. So people didn't want to buy them. They were looking for something different. So that's what I mean. So don't get discouraged. That's just a little tip that you can keep in mind when it comes to craft shows. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to be putting out some tutorials, some videos, and shortly. And so stay tuned for those. And I'll keep you posted. There is a D-stash I still am going to do. But it probably won't be to the first of the year because I have to do some major cleaning in my craft room. And as with all of us, since this is our busiest year when it comes to crafting, it is a mess. So I have to go through it all and figure out what I'm going to get rid of and let it go. All right, y'all. I love you. Jesus loves you. And you have a most blessed day. Until